All of you, please keep your camera switched on while you are in the session. I have made it mandatory and it is necessary for all of you to keep it switched on. Okay? So, today we will be discussing in kinematics chapter, kinematics, we will be discussing about projectile motion. All of you, please pay attention. Okay? Now, what happens in projectile? See, what is a projectile? First of all, let's try to understand what is a projectile. Okay? Suppose in the gravitational field of Earth, okay, in the gravitational field of Earth, we project a particle, okay, we project a particle in the gravitational field of Earth, like this. All of you have thrown a ball, yes or no? Have you thrown a ball or not? So when you throw a ball, what happens is, you throw it at some angle or you throw it parallel, whatever, right? In whichever direction you will throw it. Suppose you throw it at some angle theta with some velocity u. With some velocity u, right? Now what will happen? What will happen? It will follow a trajectory, it will follow some parabolic path and fall on the ground. Yes or no? ऐसा होता है या नहीं होता है? सब बताएंगे भाई. All of you please participate.
Yes,
Say,
sir.
it happens like this, right? So this motion is called as projectile motion. This motion is called as projectile motion, right? Whenever we throw some particle in the gravitational field of Earth, it follows a certain path, it follows a curved path and fall on the ground. The motion of the particle is called as projectile motion. Okay. Now, what we are trying to learn here is, what we are trying to learn here is, we are trying to learn how to find these three things. First, four things. The maximum height reached by the projectile. How many of you have seen World Cup this time? Any one of you have seen the live World Cup match on television?
Yes, sir.
उसमें वो लोग दिखाते
Yes,
थे,
sir.
ट्रेजेक्टरी दिखाते थे वो लोग कि ये मैक्सिमम हाइट है. देखा था तुम लोगों ने? जब भी सिक्स पढ़ता था तो ट्रेजेक्टरी दिखाते थे वो लोग. ठीक है, इफ यू हैव सीन इट, इफ यू हैव पेड अटेंशन, यू विल सी दैट दे हैव शोन दैट. तो वो वही दिखाते हैं हम लोग, मैक्सिमम हाइट रीच्ड, वेलोसिटी, राइट? देन कम्स व्हाट इज द डिस्टेंस, the maximum horizontal distance. So this is the range of the projectile. Okay, तो range पता है, h max निकालना है. Also, we will try to find what is the time taken by the projectile to come on the ground. This is called as, this has a name called as time of flight. Okay, this is time of flight. And the last thing which we would like to find is the curve. Y is equal to fx. The equation for this curve, the pink color curve which I have made, we will try to find the equation for this curve. And this is called as equation of, trajectory. क्या बोलते हैं इसको? Equation of trajectory. ठीक है. What is trajectory? Trajectory is the path followed. Trajectory क्या होता है? Trajectory को हम बोलते हैं, it's the path followed by any particle. That is the trajectory. Term समझ में आया या नहीं आया? Anya, Mishka, Tamaghna, Bhavyadeep. All of you understood the terms or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Very good. So now how we will find these? Okay, ये important है सबसे ज्यादा. So whenever we throw a particle in the gravitational field of Earth, Earth always pulls down the particle. Yes or no? होता है ना? All of you agree to this or not? अर्थ
Yes.
ऑलवेज पुल्स अ पार्टिकल टुवर्ड्स इट्स सेंटर। होता है या नहीं होता है? अगर नहीं होता है तो खिड़की से कूद के देखो, देखो तुमको पता चलेगा। अभी खिड़की से बाहर कूद के देखो, सीधे नीचे जाओगे? नीचे जाओगे या नहीं जाओगे? उड़ने तो नहीं लगोगे ना? हाँ ना बोलेंगे भाई?
Yes, sir.
तो द ग्रेविटेशनल पुल ऑफ द अर्थ will bring in the acceleration due to gravity. Particle, wherever it is always pulled down to the center of the earth, like this. And this, it is pulled down with an acceleration of A, which is acceleration of the particle is G. This G is called acceleration due to gravity and minus J cap. Why minus J? Because it is downwards. This G has a special name called as acceleration due to gravity. I hope all of you understood it. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes.
Okay. So now, how will we find these things? Range, time of flight, equation of trajectory, maximum height reached. कैसे निकालेंगे? तो सबसे पहले first thing which we will do is we will write u as a function of theta is given to us, u is given to us. So I will resolve this vector u now. It is u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap. How many of you agree to this? Anya, you understood or not? The components of u along
Yes, sir.
x-axis and perpendicular to y-axis. Sorry, perpendicular along y-axis. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Understood.
U cos theta, U sin theta. Mishka, Tamaghna, Bhavyadeep.
Yes.
See, you have to say yes or no.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So acceleration A is what? Acceleration A is G minus J cap. Now, is this acceleration constant? All of you, yes or no? Is this acceleration constant?
Yes.
No, sir.
Why no? G is a constant. The value of G is 9.8 meters per second square. ठीक है Mishka?
Okay, yes, sir.
So it's a constant. Now, can I use equations of motion? ऐसे पूछते जाना है. Can I use equations of motion? हाँ तमगना बोलो.
Sir, you said that the acceleration will be constant, but
Hmm.
suppose the object that you're throwing, you've thrown an object. So when you're throwing the object has a certain velocity. So that velocity cannot remain the same all throughout its entire path, right?
So that is what I am saying. Velocity can vary, not acceleration. है ना? Acceleration, see, the only force acting on this particle is gravitational pull of the earth. Understood? Gravitational pull is constant until and unless G varies. ऐसा नहीं है G vary नहीं करता है. Small g varies only when there is the distance between the object particle and the surface of earth becomes large. How much large? More than 3% of the earth's radius. How much is earth's radius? 6,400 kilometers. Got it? So approximately 192 kilometers के बाद G थोड़ा variation दिखाई देगा तुमको. वो भी कितना variation दिखाई देगा? 9.8 का 9.5 हो जाएगा या 6 हो जाएगा. समझ आया? तो जब तक सरफेस ऑफ अर्थ का मतलब क्या हुआ? 100-200 मीटर तक आराम से चलने दो इसको. Understood or not? So G is a constant on the surface of the earth up to a height of at least 100 kilometers. All of you understood this or not? So for us, acceleration due to gravity is constant. Now, what about velocity? Since it's a constant, so we can write v as u plus at. And this is what? It's u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta j cap plus gt minus j cap. Clear है ये? हेलो, अरे
Yes.
हाँ ना बोलना है भाई. मिश्का, तमगना, मैंने कल 11th वाले बच्चों को भगा दिया क्लास से. When I am saying yes or no, so either you have to say yes or you have to say no. But responding is mandatory. Understood or not, all of you?
Okay, sir. Yes.
हाँ, चुपचाप नहीं बैठना है. क्लास में चुपचाप बैठने आए क्या हम लोग? समझ आया या नहीं आएगा? दो में से एक ही काम होगा. समझ आया तो हम लोग आगे बढ़ेंगे, नहीं आया तो क्या करेंगे? दोबारा समझेंगे उसको. क्लियर है ये सबको? इंस्ट्रक्शन क्लियर है? तो
Yes,
प्लीज
sir.
फॉलो.
Yes, sir.
ओके.
Yes.
हाँ, you understood, all of you understood this equation or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I will segregate j cap and I cap. So this is u cos theta I cap plus u sin theta minus gt j cap. This is v vector, right? This is v vector. Now, can I write displacement vector? Of course, yes, using second equation of motion. The equation is ut plus half at square. Now, what is u here? It's u cos theta I cap j cap plus half gt square minus j cap. Now, again, we can segregate it. It's u cos theta t I cap plus u sin theta t minus half gt square j cap. This is S vector. All of you, tell me, we converge to this expression or not? All of you.
Yes.
समझ में
Yes,
आया है
sir.
बेटा सबको या नहीं आया है?
Yes. Yes.
Mishka, I am waiting for your response.
Yes, sir.
So now see, what we will do is, we will term these values. Matlab, we will just mark these expressions now. Pay attention, all of you, huh? This is velocity along x-axis. This is component of velocity along y-axis. This is displacement along x-axis. This is displacement along y-axis. Yes or no? Or you can also say component of displacement along y-axis. Yes or no, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we are doing something which will help us to find one of the parameters, one of those four parameters. So first thing is, we will try to find time of flight. So what do you understand by time of flight? Bhavyadeep, what do you understand by time of flight?
The time taken.
Please be a bit louder, huh?
The time the ball is in there.
Yes, Tamagna?
Sir, the total duration for which the object is in the air.
Yeah, very good. Both of you said the same thing. It is the total time for which the ball is in air. So that is, it is flying in air, right? Anya and Mishka, understood?
Yes, sir.
So now tell me what will happen. So pay attention to these four parameters only. They will solve all our four equations, right? Whatever we are trying to find, equation of trajectory, range, time of flight, maximum height, these four Vx, Vy, Sx and Sy will help us to do it, help us to find that. So for time of flight, can I say that when the particle falls on the ground, when the particle falls on the ground, which one of these four elements or which one of these four expressions, Vx, Vy, Sx, Sy, is having a specific value? And let me tell you that specific value, it is 0. Which one of these four will have its value 0 when the particle falls on the ground?
The viii.
The
The-
v will not be 0 because with the velocity with which it is thrown, it will be the same velocity when it is coming to that point.
Sir, it will be Sx.
Sx तो इतना बड़ा Sx है, displacement along x-axis, that is range, दिख रहा है? Vy 0 हो ही नहीं सकता ना बेटा, वहां पे तुम बताओ पत्थर ऐसे वर्टिकल गिरता हुआ 0 दिखाई देगा क्या तुमको? उस समय ऐसे वेलोसिटी 0 रहेगी क्या उस पॉइंट पे जाके? नहीं रहेगी ना. If I make a hole here, what will happen? अगर यहाँ मैं एक होल बना दूं तो ये पार्टिकल पास हो जाएगा ना. सो 0 तो है नहीं वेलोसिटी देन. क्या 0 है बताओ मिश्का?
Sir, the starting point.
नहीं, इन चारों में से कौन 0 है? Vx Vy तो 0 है नहीं, ये चला गया. Sx 0 है नहीं, ये दिख रहा है रेंज है वो. Sy, displacement along y axis. Can you see that?
Yes, sir.
Is there any displacement along y axis when the particle reaches this point? Reaches when I
No, sir.
No, sir.
got it? So
Yes.
time of flight, for time of flight, displacement along y axis is 0. So how to find time of flight? Put Sy is equal to 0. So substitute it now. Write the expression. It's u sine theta. It's ut sine theta minus half gt square is equal to 0. So either t1 is 0. Solve this equation. All of you know how to solve this equation, yes or no? Take t common from here. U sine theta minus half gt is equal to 0. So t1 is equal to 0 and t2 is equal to what? One of the values of time will be 0. Either t is 0, so t1, one of the roots is 0, or this term is 0. So when you make this term as 0, it's u sine theta minus half gt is equal to 0. So t2 is, the time is 2u sine theta by g. So the difference in time instances is capital T, which is t2 minus t1. And this is 2u sine theta by g. Understood?
Yes, sir.
This is the time of flight. आन्या, तुमको ये इक्वेशन सॉल्व करना आया या नहीं आया?
Yes, sir, I understood.
Tamagna and Bhavyadeep.
Yes, sir.
So the time of flight of a particle of a projectile is 2u sine theta by g. Now let's do the second exercise for range. Now what is range? Range is displacement of the particle along x-axis in capital T. That is time of flight. जितनी देर वो पार्टिकल हवा में रहा उतनी देर वो एक्स एक्सिस के along मूव कर रहा है. So what is that length? That is what is the answer question. So how to find that length? Where is displacement along x-axis? This is the displacement along x-axis. All of you, please pay attention. This is the displacement along x-axis. Okay. So we will write Sx is what? It's u t cos of theta. But this t is what? For r, t is equal to capital T, which is 2u sine theta by g. All of you understood or not?
Yes, sir.
So from here we get R is equal to U cos theta into T, which is 2U sin theta by G. ये आया यहां से U square sin of 2 theta by G. Now, those of you who didn't understand how I got this value sin 2 theta, I'll explain it to you. Don't worry. This is an identity. This is called as trigonometrical identity. ठीक है? We have seen this one. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Anya, yes or no? Anya, Mishka, Tamagna, Bhavedeep.
Yes.
All of us are aware about
Yes,
this, right?
sir.
Now,
Yes, sir.
remember, if we are given sine, if an angle is denoted in terms of summation of two different values, sine of A plus B, we can expand it like this. It's sin A cos B. ये identity है बेटा, इसको याद करना ही वो है ना, काम है तुम्हारा. Cos A sin B. Sin A plus B is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Cos A plus B is नहीं, उसके पहले एक सेकंड रुको. यहां माइनस होगा तो यहां माइनस हो जाएगा. क्लियर? नाउ cos A plus B. Cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. तो जब cos होता है तो when this is plus, this is minus. I hope all of you understood this. And when this is minus, it is plus. I hope all of you understood this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Pakka? So, if I write sin theta plus theta, pay attention. What will it be? It will be sin theta cos theta plus cos theta sin theta. Yes or no? This is 2 sin theta cos theta. All of you, please pay attention. Yes or no? This is sin 2 theta. I
Yes.
hope all of you understood this. Anya, Mishka, Tamagna, and Bhavyadeep.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
First of all, copy this thing, all of you. Note it. अच्छा, एक चीज और नोट कर लो यहाँ पे, जब इतना सीख ही रहे हो तो एक और चीज सीख लो. हाँ, इसको देखते हैं. हाँ, cos of theta plus theta. This is cos 2 theta, and this is cos theta cos square theta minus sin square theta. Yes or no? It will be cos theta cos theta. So cos square theta minus sin theta sin square theta. So this is cos square theta minus sin square theta. Right? So cos 2 theta is cos square theta minus sin square theta. But we are aware from here, we are aware sin square theta is 1 minus cos square theta. Yes or no? So substitute the value of sin square theta as 1 minus cos square theta. You get cos 2 theta is also equal to 2 cos square theta minus 1. This is cos 2 theta. Or this is also equal to 1 minus 2 sin square theta. When you substitute cos square theta as 1 minus sin square theta. Understood or not? All of you. ये इतना याद रखो, ये तुमको अभी नेक्स्ट लेवल पे काम आ सकता है. If you have any doubts, you can ask.
So done.
Okay, once you are done, just say done or type done in the comment. Type done in the comment window. That's a better way.
Sir, after this, can you please show the previous slide once?
Really, I'll show that to you. Don't worry. You
Okay,
have
sir.
to note it. हाँ. आन्या लिख लिया बेटा?
Sir, the last one is left.
लिखो लिखो.
Sir, done.
Okay. So this is where we are. See, you can, all of you can see it's 2u cos theta sin theta by g. So you can easily write it as sin 2 theta. Okay. Copy this quickly, all of you. And once you are done, just type done in the comment window. Okay. I just want you to write it. Done. ठीक है. मैं यहीं पर हूं, कहीं नहीं जा रहा हूं. आपको सिर्फ बताना है मुझे कि हो गया है. Please copy it quickly.
Sir, I got this.
तुम्हारा हो गया तमगना?
Yes, sir. I copied it.
बाकी सब लिख रहे हैं ना अभी? मिश्का, आन्या.
Yes, sir, I'm writing.
हाँ लिखो. ये बताओ, जब मैं पढ़ा रहा होता हूँ तब तुम लोग लिख रहे होते हो क्या?
नहीं sir.
तमगना?
Sir, I was right.
नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं लिखना है. जब मैं तुम्हें बता रहा हूं तो यू हैव टू फोकस ऑन व्हाट आई एम राइटिंग, नॉट ऑन योर राइटिंग. ओके, ऑल ऑफ यू. आई एम गिविंग यू टाइम टू राइट, सो वी आर नॉट इन अ हरी. इसका कोई मेडल नहीं मिलेगा तुम्हें, ना नोबेल प्राइज मिलेगा. समझ आया आन्या जी? आप आराम से समझिए, आराम से देखिए, एक एक चीज को वापस से देखो, दिक्कत है तो पूछो।
Sir, I took a screenshot of it.
नहीं, अभी लिखना है पर आपको।
Yes, yes, I am writing also.
हाँ, लिखना जरूरी है। Bhavyadeep and Mishka, once you are done, just type done. Okay.
Yes. Done.
Hmm. So now it's time for equation of H max. So range and time of flight is what we are already done. So the question to all of you is, the particle will be at this location when it is at H max. Yes or no? All of you.
Sir.
Tell me which one of these four values, Vx, Vy, Sx, Sy, will be zero when the particle reaches H max.
Sir, Vx.
So if Vx becomes zero, Tamagna, will it move forward then?
No, sir. Vx is starting.
Vy.
Bhavyadeep, फिर से.
Vy. Sir.
Vy. If the particle stops moving up, that means its velocity along that direction is zero. So Vy is equal to zero. So what we get from this discussion is, what we get from this discussion is, just a second, I'll make some more room for myself. Okay, for this thing to write. So now we are aware that the third thing is H max, right? H max. So it's for maximum height. H max. Vy is equal to 0. So what about uy? All of you pay attention. What about uy? See, what was uy? Initial velocity, initial x component, initial y component. It was u sine theta. Yes or no? All of you check. It's u sine theta. Yes or no? Y component of initial velocity. Anya, Tamagna, Mishka. Mishka,
Yes,
switch on your camera. So uy is u sine theta. What about acceleration along y-axis? It's minus g, right? Both of them, this is 0, this is along positive j, this is along negative j. So this is minus g j cap. Or if you want to write it in terms of vectors, it's vy vector is equal to 0. Uy vector is u sine theta plus j cap. And vector ay is equal to g minus j cap. Yes or no, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Now, do you remember the third equation of motion? What was third equation of motion? Anya, batao.
So third equation of motion was v square equal to u square plus 2as.
Very good. So it was uy dot uy is equal to vy dot vy plus 2ay dot h max. Yes or no? यही होगा ना? हाँ ना बोलेंगे भाई सब लोग. I'm waiting for your reply.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what is uy? It's u square. Uy dot ui is u square sine square theta. See? Vy dot vy is 0 because vy is 0. Right? And this is what? H max is along positive y axis, right? H max is, vector is H max j cap, right? So dot product of minus j and j is what? Minus 1. So this is, नहीं ये गलत लिखा मैंने, sorry. My bad. गलत लिख दिया मैंने ये. It's vy dot vy है वो. मैंने uy dot uy लिख दिया. This is vy dot vy is equal to uy dot uy plus 2a dot ay dot h max. Right? So this is 0. This is u square sine square theta. This is minus 2g h max. You know why minus came, right? So from here we get h max as what? It's u square sine square theta by 2g. I hope all of you understood this. Yes or no?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
लिखो. Done. Chalo. So the last part is left now. I will not do it here. Now, what we want to find is, please pay attention. It's interesting. देखो अच्छा लगेगा तुमको सुन के. समझ में आएगा तो और अच्छा लगेगा. So this is y-axis. This is x-axis, right? And this is velocity. This thing, it followed a trajectory and fell on the ground. ठीक है? Now, you want to find expression for this orange line. So this is y as a function of x. All of you, please pay attention. So how will you write it? Think. You have this displacement along y-axis. You have the displacement along x-axis, right? So if you know these displacements, which you are already aware of, let's see what is it. So displacement along y-axis, let's write it as y. What is it? All of you can see it. It's u sine theta t minus half gt square. You can see it. In your notebook, you have written it. And x is what? X is u cos theta into t. The displacement along x-axis. Now, if you want to write y as a function of x, what you will do here is, you will eliminate t from these two equations. Eliminate t from, let's call this as 1 and this as 2. So how will we do that? From 2, we have t is equal to x upon u cos theta. Yes or no? Hi, Anna.
Yes, sir.
Substitute this value of t in the first equation. So what you get is y is equal to u sine theta into x upon u cos theta minus half g t square, x square upon u square cos square theta. So it is x tan theta minus half gx square upon u square sec square theta. This is y. 1 upon cos theta is sec theta. You are all aware of it. This is the equation of trajectory. Y is x tan theta minus half gx square sec square theta upon u square is y. सबको समझ में आया या नहीं आया ये?
Yes.
Yes.
Copy this. This is the equation of trajectory.
Yes, sir.
And your homework for tomorrow is practice all these derivations at least 2 times, so that you can, without seeing anything, any notes of yours, without referring to any notes, you can do it on your own. Okay? And read projectile motion from Concepts of Physics, H.C. Verma. ये करना है आप लोगों को.
Sir, done.
All of you done with it?
Yes, sir.
चलो, तो आज के लिए इतना ही है बच्चों. कल मिलेंगे, ठीक है? And tomorrow we will solve problems based on projectile motion. Okay? Mishka, will you be
Yes,
able
sir.
to attend tomorrow's session?
Sir, tomorrow what time?
7 p.m., 7 to 8.
No, sir. Actually, I have
No?
another class at that time.
Okay. Okay. But keep attending these sessions, right?
Yes, sir. I can attend Sunday this time.
ठीक. And I'll send you the recording of tomorrow's session. ठीक है? Just
Yes,
remind
sir.
me before end of the day tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, sir. Yes.
Bye. And all of you. अच्छा चलो, अभी तो इतना ही है. करो इसको फिलहाल के लिए. ठीक है? चलो, बाय.
Bye, sir.